Thanks for joining us tonight at 5:30. I'm Jill Croce. Donald Trump has been federally indicted on 7 counts. This is in connection with handling of classified documents and possible obstruction of justice. Breaking down those numbers and explains what it means for your wallet. One of their best seasons in program history. The Tigers just won their first sectional title in 16 years. Will end emergency allotments after the February 2023 issuance. And as we wait for this to go into effect, the Community Hunger Outreach Warehouse in Binghamton, or CHOW, is sure to feel some of the effects in the months to come. Investigation, they found multiple incarcerated individuals, and CLEC continue to officially report one. So all of this, all these resources, NYSEG.com is where you need to go. The committee is expected to hold at least 5 more hearings. Learn more about how this decision is impacting her life and people across the community.
With our Jill Croce, she's outside of Just Breathe.
Biden was expected to come here to Wilkes-Barre back in July, but tested positive for COVID and had to reschedule for today. And this time around, he was here to talk about the Safer America plan. And at its core, the Associated Press is saying that he's winning. Your team has claimed that you won as well. So tell me how you're feeling ahead of Election Day. I asked Josh Riley and Mark Molinaro to send statements reflecting on this election cycle. Thank you so much, Lindsay, for that. So it is free to come here. Some good news. They do plan to do this next summer. So there's definitely more opportunities to check out these bands. In the past, Catholic Charities has said that a $25 donation will help feed one person for an entire week, and then a $100 donation will feed a family for an entire week. So they can really stretch every dollar. Messy morning, but maybe just sleep and avoid it all. We will, probably.
If you sleep through it, it didn't happen.
I know.
That's great advice.
It's always during our shift.
It seems to be.
Things off of my car.
Do you want to wear shorts tomorrow?
I think there will be people doing that. I mean, it's
Jacob included, who we're about to talk to in just a minute.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, speaking of that, Jacob, what do we got going on tonight?
Different shops and so it's a pretty neat place. It's pretty great place to raise a family.
Of course, over time, some places have come and gone. However, just this month alone, 3 downtown businesses have announced ribbon cuttings. 2, 3. Yay! Confection Connection, Baking by Numbers, and Glow Spa Tanning and Fitness.
I like all the new stores. I think it brings more to the community. To me, it's nice to see small businesses, especially, not being closed down but reopened or revamped.
With the addition of these stores and more in recent months to the greater downtown community, the president and CEO of the Tioga County Chamber of Commerce says this area has a promising future and the fraternity to support it.
When you have communities like this, one of the big advantages is exactly that. You have businesses that support each other. So they support each other with volunteering, they support each other with donating, they support each other with buying from each other's businesses. And you don't necessarily get that with kind of your more metro cities, bigger cities.
When it comes to downtown's appeal, Village of Owego Mayor Mike Barada says there's something for the whole family.
All kinds of different food and desserts and baked goods and gifts and antiques and that kind of stuff.
Not only is there an array of products, but Henriquez highlights that each business has its own personality and brand, so new additions don't negatively impact those long-standing establishments.
They're not really in competition with each other. They're very supportive of each other.
When this downtown area has success, Henriquez says there's a ripple effect for the rural surrounding area. She says when looking at numbers for the county as a whole, there have been 7 ribbon cuttings since January.
For the most part, when you live in a rural community, and I actually grew up in a rural community, for the most part, we have to leave. We have to leave to do anything. We have to leave to go to restaurants. We have to leave to do any activities. So when you have a vibrant downtown, we have a destination. So it's not just a basic downtown, it's a destination.
And while a renaissance is happening now, if you will, Mayor Barada says the momentum can't stop here.
We have a lot of work going on, to revitalize different buildings downtown, especially on North Ave. So I think that'll be really interesting to get some new businesses in there and maybe some more downtown living and that kind of thing.
In Owego, Jill Croce, 12 News.
trying to make transportation easier for people because that can be a big barrier. So we like to get adults in here, we like to get kids in here, anyone who wants a bike, and maybe cost is a barrier to them.
To take the seasonal 5-week-long Earn a Bike class at the Lee Barta Community Center, attendees must be at least 9 years old.
We don't charge anything. We exchange time for bikes and bike parts to kind of help the community. Once it gets hard to turn, yeah, you need the tool.
Without community donations, the class series offered through the Fresh Cycles program from the Healthy Lifestyles Coalition wouldn't be possible.
I reach out to some local bike shops. I've gotten donations from them. We've gotten donations from the police department in the past. It's all donation-based.
At the outset of the weeks-long hands-on instruction, participants pick a bike to work on. The end goal is to take home that bike after learning about proper use and maintenance practices.
We like to empower people with not only like the tools and the space, but also with the knowledge of how to fix their own bikes. We want to make sure that it's up as far as it can go.
Over the span of the 5 weeks, Rotary says the first class is about fixing a flat.
The most common problem people will have where we learn how to inspect tires, fix a flat tire.
The second one focuses on brakes. The third class is about shifting. The next one is a complete tune-up to make sure the chosen bike is ready to go. And the final class is on bike safety. Outside of class through open shops, he's also available for assistance when needed.
Maintaining bikes can be expensive, so we're here to kind of help the community in that aspect.
Participants Malik and Kareem are excited to take their bikes home and embark on that first ride.
Ride my bike all the way to my school. I'm gonna ride my bike. If my bike ever gets a pop tire, I'm gonna ride it here. I'm gonna walk it here.
I hope that they enjoy riding their bikes, are safe on them, and I hope I can see them again and help them in the future.